Hey guys, it's John and Morgan with Longhaul Lifesavers, and welcome to another episode of Finally Friday.
Woohoo! We made it to the weekend. Sorry guys, you'll hear her panting in the background. But ladies, I found the solution to get your husband out of Cabela's in less than 15 minutes. And what is that, Sean? Take your dogs with you.
Because they're just annoying.
They were so interested in the dog aisle, and people were shopping, and we were nowhere near the dog aisle, but they kept squeaking the toys.
Yeah.
So the dogs the whole time were like, where is that aisle?
Quickest I've ever been in and out of Cabela's.
We're headed home again to Fort Wayne. It's cold.
It is cold. It is 46 degrees.
I don't
and
like
windy.
it. I don't like it.
I forgot how much wind there is in Indiana.
Yeah.
Mia.
Well, she's dying. She just had a whole adventure. But we're so proud of Quinn because she didn't bark once at any of the, not stuffed animals. Technically they're stuffed animals.
The taxidermied animals.
Yes. So I was very proud of her
She
for that.
barked at the guy ringing the bell outside. Okay, let's go get some food because I'm hungry.
Yes.
Okay.
They put Christmas stuff everywhere already. We were downtown in Paducah this week and they had Christmas stuff up too. And it makes me feel better that we are not too early for our Christmas decorations. I can't believe I've never been to this mall.
It's relatively new.
Yeah. We're in Noblesville, Indiana right now, which is just north of Indianapolis. We got McDonald's for lunch. I'm starting to take it personal because McDonald's is not making or doing breakfast all day, and I don't understand when they changed that or why they changed it. So if you know, drop a comment because I don't know why they changed it.
It's probably COVID.
Oh, that's ridiculous. What, my hamburger can't get COVID, but my Egg McMuffin can? I just don't get it.
That sounds about right because that's the common sense that's gone along with this whole thing.
Well, pretty much. But I don't understand, and I just want an Egg McMuffin sandwich at 2 in the afternoon. Why can we not do that? So the Nestle bunny, that's that was the marker growing up when I was a kid. If we were coming to Indianapolis, it was yay, we're in Indy. You knew where the Nestle bunny was. Watch this, guys. And we're...
And we're back.
Granny, come here. Quinn. There's Quinn. People have been some crazy drivers today too. I don't know.
Stupid drivers.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the water. John got brake checked hard.
Which is dumb.
Yeah, we would have won. We would have
And
lost.
honestly, I don't know if I would have stopped. I would have just floored it and kept going. I'm going to push your ass out of the way.
Yeah, it was a little. You think it was a Chevy? I think it was a Accord.
It was a Chevy Cruze.
Little teeny tiny car, and the warnings to get over for construction had been there for miles. And this asshole comes flying up.
No, he didn't. He was behind me.
Oh, he was, and then he wanted to cut you off?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
He was behind me as the cones were already merging over, and he comes out because we're stopped. There's no one. Everyone stopped in front of us.
Honestly, he probably couldn't see the cones. So he thought he was going to come flying around.
We had already passed cones.
Well, but he probably wasn't paying attention. I don't know. Either way.
I don't give a shit.
He went from the right lane and tried to cut us off. And this one was not today, son. And he started to put the hip of the truck, into the lane to block him. And so the guy, beeps at him with his little tiny clown car. John's I don't care. So he starts flooring it. And the guy wedged in, didn't care whether or not we were going to hit him. And I'm dude.
He almost hit us.
And yeah, he did almost hit us, which we should have let him. But so anyways, he braked at the last second so he didn't hit us. And then he cuts us off and gets in front of us. And then brake checks him hard, which just aggravates this one even more. Here I am doing the
I don't know which drove me nuts more, you or him.
I know. And then John's over there oh no, he wants to brake check me. I will drive through his car. So, and we have that big ranch hand bumper. We literally would have been in.
And I'm itching to use it.
Yeah, we really would have been in his front seat. It would not have ended well.
Pushed his ass in a ditch and kept going. You turd. This is what's wrong with people. It's the same reason they think they can sit behind a keyboard and say whatever the hell they want because they're not getting punched in the mouth anymore.
Yes. Yes.
It's the same thing. People think they can drive and do whatever the hell they want. They can read a book and play on their laptop at the same time they're driving because no one rear ends them, curbs them, and push them in a ditch.
Well, most people don't drive around with bumpers like yours, so...
Even if I didn't have this bumper.
I know. The level of toleration this country is put up with at this point. It's time to start popping up. So obviously this is not our normal backdrop for our Finally Fridays. We made it to Fort Wayne and we are not staying at our house this time. We are actually staying at my parents' house because they are on vacation. So we are watching their dogs. So we have 4, count them, 4 dogs. And guess who is winning out of all of them? The littlest one.
Little Quinn. She's tearing them up.
My parents' dogs are what, probably like 80 pounds?
70 pounds, 80 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, and little Minnie Quinny, she's not taking it. She's not having any of it.
Shit.
No.
No.
So finally made it here, ran around town, got stuff done. Made it to Cabela's earlier, which we shared with you guys. I'm sorry if you can hear dogs in the background whining. They're locked up so that we could finish this video, and they're not happy about it.
This is not a color I would pick for a YouTube studio.
No, it is not.
So when we have a studio in the future, it will not be this color.
No. Fun fact, this is actually my bedroom.
Childhood bedroom.
My childhood bedroom.
Specify.
Yes, my childhood bedroom.
Yeah.
So
was it this poop brown color?
It's not poop brown, this is called terracotta.
It's called poop brown.
No, it's like
this
a burnt
is called
orange.
like C. diff poop.
Oh my god.
Brown.
Okay. There's your nurse for you right there. No, it was not. It was originally periwinkle purple and a light blue, and then I was probably 14 when I painted it that, and then I was I don't know, 15 or 16, and I wanted to paint all the walls black, and my parents said absolutely not.
Were you goth?
No, I've always suffered from migraines and I wanted a black bedroom because it was dark. So they said no. They said pick any other color. So I came home with chocolate. Blue? No. Oh. Didn't you ever see it when it was green and brown?
No. Ew. Green and brown?
That wall was green, and I mean like lime green.
Those are the most hideous colors.
That was lime green, and then the 3 walls were dark brown. And then I don't know if do you remember what was that TV show with Ty Pennington? Remember the designer?
Extreme House Makeover?
No. They would build. It was like every week they would build a new house for someone.
Yeah, isn't it Extreme Home Makeover? I don't know.
But it wasn't a makeover. I don't know. But anyways. He had like this whole, I loved that show when I was in high school, and he had this whole bedding line, and it was a teal bed with green and brown on it.
Good Lord.
So that's why I painted.
You have no style.
Oh, whatever. So that's why I painted my bedroom that color, and my mom walked in and was like, okay, well, I guess it's not black. I didn't specify that it had to be another color. So it was the closest thing to black I could get.
No, dark blue, like midnight blue would have been the closest to black you could get.
Well, chocolate brown is what I ended up with, so.
Another poop color.
Well, maybe we like poop colors.
colors.
But I do think it's funny coming home and seeing things that, like, I don't know, like your parents become empty nesters and then all of a sudden they like buy things like flat screen TVs or things that we didn't have, and they're like this is now an office. It's like, okay, well, cool, whatever.
Yeah, in my house, like me and my 2 sisters and brother have now moved out, and my dad has like a 70-inch flat screen in the yeah. It's like, dude, we had a tube TV all the way through high school, man. What the heck?
Yeah. So yeah. What were the original, like, you know, the flat screens that came out, but they were still super thick? Yeah. So, like, we didn't even have one of those. We just had just a regular tube TV.
Yeah. We had a 32-inch tube TV.
And actually, we bought...
It was a Zenith. And
yeah, we bought my parents their very first flat screen TV, and it was a 32-inch. And I worked, like, so many extra hours to pay for that. And now you go to the store and see a 32-inch for, like, $90. It's like, seriously, you know? So, but back then they were like $900.
Yeah, that was a bunch of rambling for nothing.
It was whatever. So, we had something kind of cool happen this week.
We did? What?
Yeah. John was at work and I got up, and as I'm drinking my coffee, I'm scrolling through Instagram, which if you're not following us on Instagram, check us out, Longhaul Lifesavers.
Shame on you.
Yeah. But anyways, scrolling through Instagram and I see Happily Ever Hanks posts on their on their stories that they're headed to Kentucky. So I messaged her and I said, where at in Kentucky? And she said, Paducah. And I said, no crap, where at? Where are you staying? And she ended up, they are at the same RV park that we were.
Yeah.
So we got to hang out with them 2 nights, had a nice fire, really enjoyed getting to know them.
Yep. Super cool people.
Very cool. And then we ended up going out to dinner and at Paducah Axe, which we really like that place a lot. The food's good.
Yeah.
But we got to throw some axes with them, and that was a lot of fun.
Chop some wood.
And let me tell y'all, Renee,
she was on it.
Do not ever get in front of her with an axe because she will hit you dead on.
She'll slice you.
She will.
She'll stick it every time.
So.
Yeah, she had it down. Every time she threw it or stood up to the line to throw, she nailed it.
She did. She was really good. So
yeah.
You were too, Kyle. But if you are not
as good. Yeah. Sorry.
But if you are not following Happily Ever Hanks, make sure and go over and subscribe to their channel. Yep. They are both ER nurses and travel nurses, and they have been in the RV. They have some great advice, and they have awesome adventures to check out. So make sure and go follow them on Instagram and on YouTube. And thank you for hanging out with us. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we'll do it in the future.
Yeah, we just went to Walmart tonight, and I was like, oh. I said, I don't want to run into anybody I know because it never fails. I run into 15 people. And he's like, just keep your mask all the way up so that nobody sees you.
So I had something happen this week too. I have a couple clients that I was doing some gunsmithing work for, and got a call in the middle of the week, and all my parts are now like on hold permanently. They're not shipping any gun parts online. Mm-hmm. It's super hard to get any kind of ammo or anything to reload ammunition. But I think I had like 5 or 6 different orders, and all at the same time, boom, 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 boom. All of them sent me a notification that my order was going to be refunded and I wasn't going to receive the parts, and all shipping was on hold until further notice. So it's
so we don't know if that's election related or if it's shipping related, or
I don't know if they're not able to get parts from their suppliers and then ship them out, or if it's a logistics issue where they can't have anybody there's no one to drive it and ship the parts to me. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, so that was weird.
Well, we even, like, when we got to town, we even ran through some gun stores real quick to see what was here in town, and shelves are empty.
Yeah.
Empty.
Yeah.
So.
Not looking good.
That high-pitched squeaky noise, if y'all can hear it, that's the biggest one.
He's a whiny little baby.
I don't know, but I wish y'all... I wish y'all could have seen how little Quinn put them all in their place. While we were setting up the camera and tripod and everything today, we were talking about how nice it would be to have a YouTube studio like in your house, because in an RV, I mean, you can have all sorts of, like, we have lots of hobbies that we have, but you have to put everything up and tear everything down and put everything up and tear everything, because there's no space.
Annoying. Yeah.
Whereas, like, you forget the luxury in a house or an apartment or whatever to be able to have everything in a room, shut that door, and walk away.
Yeah.
You know, it would be convenient.
Like when I'm reloading ammunition, I spend more time setting everything up than I actually do to make like 100 rounds of ammo. That's another big part of the reason that I want to stop the traveling.
Whoa.
Yeah. What?
You haven't said that to me.
Yes, I have. Multiple times.
No, you said stop travel nursing, not traveling.
I don't know. What?
Nothing.
You don't think...
You heard it here, folks.
You don't think it'd be beneficial?
Some days I miss it. And it's getting so much harder to do RV parks because so many people are jumping to the lifestyle. And you know, and I want to talk about that for a second. So what you see on YouTube or Instagram or whatever social media platform, you are seeing the best. And the people that tell you that they're going to be honest with you and that, oh yeah, and they make their big problems really aren't that big, they're lying. Like, they really are lying. And if anybody tells you that, oh no, it's super easy to find spots to park or live, they also are lying. Or they have not been around long enough to see how much has changed.
What we've noticed is in their videos, if they say, I'm going to be honest with you, they're not being honest with you.
Yeah.
So they're holding back something.
So I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it's gotten super hard.
It has.
There's been contracts that we've had to turn down either because there wasn't a spot open, or the RV parks that we called 4 years ago that had spots that were super cheap have now jacked the prices up to where they're triple what the cost they were. So it's really not becoming beneficial anymore. And especially like being a travel nurse where you could take their housing and you don't get as much for your housing stipend, but really like for the contract that we just signed for Montgomery, I put pen to paper, and if we took company housing, I could actually bring home an extra $200 a week. Like if I took company housing, it would be this amount of pay. If I didn't take company housing, I would get more money. But by the time you factor in your lot rent and your RV payment and your truck payment and your insurance, you're actually making less. So
if you continue to travel, the best thing about the RV stuff is that you always have your home with you. Everything's all packed. Like you don't have to move in and out and in and out. It's all there. Like even coming up to home for a week is a pain in the butt to pack a suitcase. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's so much easier to just pack your entire house.
It is, yeah.
It really is.
And I think that's the only reason we continue to do the RV is because of the convenience of it.
That is my one pro, and my second pro is that because so much of the time I am alone, and RV parks are very friendly normally. So there's always somebody to talk to, or if you ever need help, there's always somebody around. Whereas if you live in an apartment or a hotel or something like that, people are not friendly. They don't want to talk to you. They just go home and that's it. So I think those are our two big things keeping us. But again, I think right now my biggest pet peeve that I see online is when people are saying that, oh no, it's super easy to find places. That just tells me that, like I said, they either A, are not moving enough, or B, they have not been doing this long enough to see how much it has changed, and we can see where the direction of this is headed.
Or they have a ton of money and can afford a $1,500 a month lot rent payment.
Right. But I'm extremely concerned with COVID and the amount of people that have not paid their mortgages, and the amount of foreclosures and things like that I think are probably going to end up happening, and how many people will move into trailers, RVs.
And make it even worse. Because there's already so many people that have jumped to this as a lifestyle, and now there's going to be the people that are forced into this lifestyle. So, and that's exactly what happened back in 2009. Who knows?
Yeah. We need more RV parks.
Or we just need to not RV anymore. There is that option too.
Can we boat now?
No, I'm not boating. I want to live on a boat. God, that sounds horrible. Listen, I will compromise. We can buy land that's on the lake, and you can get a little houseboat. You can live on the houseboat. I'll live on the land.
Okay. That's gonna work.
It's your only option.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a 40-foot yacht, then I may be able to do that.
Is the lake that you'd be willing to move to like the Gulf?
No. I know, there's sharks there.
You're convinced there's sharks everywhere.
There's sharks.
Oh my lord.
Sharknado. It happened.
Yeah, because the TV told you so? Gotcha. All right, MJ. It's time to be done.
Look at this hair, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
And look at this beard.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go back to the COVID. Okay, wait, no. We should have a vote.
We're having a vote?
Tell us.
All
does he keep the beard, or does he go back to the COVID special?
Yeah, so the COVID special was just the goatee. Beard's weird.
We said that last week.
I know.
And somebody got it.
It was the same guy that got
Oh yeah, new girl.
Nick Miller.
Yep. You're on it, man. You're on it.
Nick Miller.
Yeah, I feel like, what's his name? Josh M, I think. I think we could be friends with you. I really do.
Okay, let's do a harder quote for him to get. So we have a new challenge. But we're looking at you specifically, Josh M, because you've gotten the last two. So if you can tell us what this quote is from, title of your sex tape, what show is that from?
Good luck.
Anybody's open to the contest, but we're calling out Josh M because he's been on it. So good luck to everybody. We're not doing any prizes for this, are we?
No, this was just for fun.
Yeah, just a thumbs up merit badge on this one. Okay.
An attaboy.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thanks for watching. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And then head on over to Instagram and follow us at Longhaul Lifesavers. See you guys.
Bye.